Welcome everybody to Living in New Hampshire with Corina and Freddie. Today's episode is the Lake Winnipesaukee Buyer's Guide, Waterfront Home versus Waterfront Condo. Welcome back everyone, and thanks for tuning in. If you're watching this, we thank you for your time and we hope you enjoy Lake Winnipesaukee Home Buyer's Guide, Waterfront Home versus Waterfront Condo. We are the Cisneros Realty Group, powered by eXp Realty. We cover the beautiful New Hampshire Lakes Region and mountains surrounding Lake Winnipesaukee. My name is Corina Cisneros, Associate Broker, and this is my son and managing partner and realtor, Fred Cisneros.
Welcome to our channel, everyone. If this is your first time visiting our channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button below and to check out for new videos coming out every Tuesday and every Thursday. We're gonna be showing you everything there is to know about Lake Winnipesaukee by air, boat, and any other means of transportation.
If you're looking to buy or sell in the Lakes region, look no further. Freddie and I are your choice duo to represent you, right, Fred?
Yes.
We are lake area experts with a proven track record of success. We have represented over 600 families transition homes over the last 7 years. Whether you want to sell or purchase a home, whether you're looking for that perfect lake or waterfront home, single family or condominium, relocating to the area, buying or selling a primary or second home, give us a call.
Corina and I are always available to set up a no obligation in-person or Zoom meeting to review your needs and answer your questions. Simply call, text, or email us. We would love to hear from you. Our contact information is below.
So let's get started. The pros of owning a waterfront home. You go first, Fred.
Great investment, highest appreciation.
That's because they're not making any more waterfront land, right?
They're not making the lakes anymore. They're not making them anymore. So,
Unless you want to wait a million years.
Yes.
All right. One overlooked benefit is simply the health, the clean air, the less pollution. When you're in New Hampshire, around the lakes, you just feel that air, the light, the sun, the freedom. It's just a wonderful experience.
Yeah, the fresh air is nice. Relaxation and low stress.
Yeah, every time I come to the Lakes region, I just feel so calm and relaxed. And that's why I moved here, Fred, because I wanted to live that way.
Absolutely.
Waterfront sports. Water sports available 24/7. So of course, if you own a waterfront home, you own your dock or you own your slip, you get on your boat or sailboat any time of the day or night. Water skiing, scuba diving, jet skiing, and let's not forget, of course, the winter sports that you can do in the winter.
Yes, once the lake is frozen, it becomes a whole different playground, basically.
Right. We see snowmobiles crisscrossing, ice fishing, all kinds of stuff, right?
Absolutely, year-round.
All right, what's next, Freddie?
Endless fishing and boating.
That's right. If you're an avid fisherman, you'll be out there fishing all day long. There's plenty to catch all over the lake.
And even if you're not an avid fisherman, you can certainly get into the hobby or the lifestyle, basically, because you can fish Winnipesaukee, almost 365 days a year.
Yeah, because you can do it in the winter too.
Yes.
So one of the best and most fun things when you own a waterfront home is that all of a sudden you have tons of friends and a lot of family members that you never heard from. They call you because entertaining friends and family in the lake is just so much fun. So what's next, Fred?
Community value. We are all neighbors. We are all in the same, boating in the same lake, and we all help each other out. And,
we all know each other.
And look after each other. And if something happens, there's always somebody to rely on, to count on.
Photography opportunities. Well, I love photography. It was my major in college. When you're on the lake, there's just so much to photograph. So if you enjoy scenery and catching those sunsets, it's a beautiful opportunity. Of course, you don't have to live on the lake to actually be on the lake and take the pictures, but if you own a waterfront home, you have access to the lake 24/7. The pros go deeper than all of these, because if you've ever dreamed of owning that waterfront or lake home, it's going to be all that you have imagined for your entire life.
And more.
And more. And it's worth it, and it is just very special. Well, there's always two sides to a coin, right? So we just talked about the pros. So let's talk about some of the cons. Well, number one would be high purchase price. Waterfront homes on any lake are not cheap. So the better the lake, the bigger the lake, the more expensive. There are secondary and tertiary lakes around Lake Winnipesaukee to fit your budget. So there are plenty to choose from.
Yes, I think there is a house out there for everybody.
Higher real estate taxes, absolutely. So in New Hampshire, the higher a home is valued by the town, the higher taxes you'll pay. So if you're on the water, be prepared to pay the highest waterfront taxes within that town.
Yes, the higher the assessment, the higher the taxes are going to be.
And on Lake Winnipesaukee, Molten Borough is the lowest tax rate, the highest is Laconia, but that's for another video. Another con.
Regulations and restrictions.
With waterfront property, you are regulated by the Department of Environmental Services of New Hampshire. There are restrictions from the water line to the first 50 feet, and then another set of restrictions from for the 50 feet to 150, all the way to 250 feet.
Yes, and that is, helping to preserve and protect basically the beautiful lake that we have today that we want to continue to have for many more years.
What's the next one, Fred?
Loss of privacy and crowded areas.
And that's because waterfront is very valuable. Lots of people want to live on the lake, so the lots generally are smaller. Very valuable lots on the lake, of course, are bigger and have more water frontage. Those are, of course, of very high value.
Yes, so you are going to see your neighbors unless you're prepared to spend big money and have a bigger lot or something that gives you a little more privacy.
And like in any home or neighborhood, it's great and better to get along with your neighbor, because you're going to say, hello there, good morning, good night. The next con depends on where you are on the lake is noise.
Yes.
If you are on a broad part of the lake or near where boats pass through to get to one town to the next, you'll hear a lot of noise, motor engine noise.
Yes, really sometimes blends into the ambience.
And to avoid that, many of our clients tell us, let's go find a home in a cove or away from the main routes or routes that boats take.
Or some folks might want to be on a smaller lake, less crowded, where there's no motorboats allowed.
What's the next one, Fred?
Expensive maintenance.
Yeah. Waterfront homes require extra maintenance because you're near the water. You have to take care of your waterfront.
Yes.
It's just more maintenance. So what's the next one?
Weather, natural disasters, possible damage.
Yeah, the lake, when there's high winds, that wind is gonna pound the house. Also rain or the water, the waves. These waves on the lake can get pretty high.
Yes, depending on location within the lake, you may also have to deal with in the winter when the ice is thawing out. It might cause some damage to your dock, so you might have to pull the dock out. That's also part of the expensive maintenance involved.
Yeah, because the lake freezes completely in the winter, so you have to take your dock out and put it back in the spring, or if you're gonna leave it in, you got to put some bubblers.
Yes.
So the ice won't tear it apart in the spring.
Yes.
If you have small children, there is a danger of swimming. I mean, children are known to, of course, drown. Even adults. We know of snowmobilers who go through the ice in the winter. So now we get to talk about the pros of owning a waterfront condominium.
Yes, great investment for first-time home buyers.
It's a good entry-level purchase. It's not exorbitant to own a condominium with water access or shared beach near the water, or maybe front row to the water, depending on the condominium.
Yes.
It's also a less expensive purchase.
Yes, it is less expensive. You get more value for your dollar up to a certain square footage. Lower maintenance cost.
Yeah, because cost of maintenance is spread among all the owners. Usually the association or condo will be responsible for the outside of the property, the siding and the roof, and you're just responsible for studs in.
Lower taxes.
Yes, so instead of paying high real estate taxes if you own your own home. In a condo, you'll pay a proportionate amount of taxes.
Lake amenities close by.
Of course, so if you're on the lake, you're gonna have most likely your private beach. You're gonna have a pool shared by the association. You're gonna have a dock or a mooring most likely. You'll be able to get on your boat and go and come back.
Yes.
It's just very convenient.
May include luxury amenities as well.
Sure, so some luxury amenities may include a valet service. They'll lower your boat and take your boat out. That happens at Southdown Shores and Laconia. Clubhouse that you could use or rent. You see that at Governor's Island.
Ability to get away from crowded lake areas.
Sure, I mean, if you are in a condominium, you don't have to be in downtown or near town to enjoy the lake. Some condominiums you can find in Wolfboro, Moultonboro, Laconia, of course, and Meredith. So there's plenty to choose from.
Offers great independence, no worry living. You know.
Yeah, because, let's say you live in Boston and you have a condo as your second home. You come, you enjoy it. When you're done, you lock up and get back home.
Yes.
No worry about it, right? The condominium is being looked after the property maintenance company, and everybody else around who are neighbors are looking after each other.
Yeah, and if there's a big storm or something, you know that when you get there, there's everything's gonna be plowed or in the winter time.
No need to shovel unless the condo does not shovel to your doorstep, but you don't have to take care of the lawn, of course, in the summer. So what's another pro?
Corina, no lawn maintenance. I think that's a pretty good pro.
Yeah, because who wants to come to the condo and then have to mow the lawn when you want to come to the lake and relax and enjoy?
Yeah, so there's none of that. You just come, enjoy, and you leave.
And another pro is that there are a lot of common areas that are available to all the owners.
Yes.
You could have a tennis court, of course, you can have walking trails, you can have a gym. There are examples of these in many condominiums around the lake.
Condos also have cons, so what are some of the cons?
Well, the number one con I get all the time is association fees or association dues. But I tell my clients, pay the dues and the assessment, because otherwise that's money that you would spend if you were going to maintain your own property, doing the lawn and maintaining the roof. So yes, who wants to pay association fees? But it's easy, just pay and they take care of everything. So another con would be association rules and regulations.
Yes, and a lot of the time those rules and regulations are there to maintain a standard of living and to basically, a lot of the times they make sense, to protect
property values and to avoid conflict between owners.
Absolutely.
Another one would be sometimes parking space is limited. There's usually overflow parking, and associations have rules of where to park, I guess, if you're gonna have a big gathering.
And usually there is assigned guest parking.
Another con would be less living space and storage space. Condominiums generally have an average of maybe 1,000 square feet to maybe 1,700 to 1,800 square feet, maybe more. So you are more compressed in your living area, and storage, of course, is also compressed.
Yes.
Okay, what's the next one?
Pets may not be allowed.
And that's a big one for me because, as all of you know, I love dogs. We have Chiquita, Banana, and of course Don Juan de Marco. You may have seen those on my video. So for me, if no dogs are allowed, it's not good for me. Views not as picturesque as waterfront. Yeah, because condominiums have different pods. So the more expensive and nicer ones are like in front of the lake, and then you have in the back, in the back,
so you may get a little sliver of waterfront view, or none. But that obviously is reflected in the price. Condominiums that are right on the water will get a premium. Yes, sometimes even double. What's another con for condominiums?
For some potential owners of condominiums, they're really worried about the noise coming from a unit up or a unit to the right or to the left.
Or sometimes below.
Yeah, so that's why you need some rules, right?
Yes. Next one is rental restrictions and limited ability to rent.
A lot of people want to rent their condominiums so that they can defray the cost of ownership.
Yes.
Associations are kind of clamping down on that because they don't want strange people coming in and out of
it's a double-edged sword. Yes, you get more income, but yes, you have to deal with strangers going about in your home basically.
So the trend is clamping down on the ability to rent by putting restrictions and minimums on the amount of days you can rent your condominium.
And for some people that may be a con, for some people that may be actually
Correct.
a pro. So
Yeah.
it varies, you know.
Yeah. As Fred just said, you know, many of the cons that we listed could be pros for others and vice versa.
Absolutely.
So when you are going to look for a property to purchase, whether it be a condo or a home, you really need to work with a great duo who can explain to you and give you advice, counsel, and assistance so you buy the right property for you and your family.
That's a good idea, Corina.
I think so too. Okay.
And that's a wrap, everyone.
And that's a wrap.
That's the list of the pros and cons between a waterfront home and a waterfront condo. So if there's anything else you'd like to know, don't hesitate to give us a call. We're always available. Our information is right below. And enjoy your beautiful day.
Okay, everybody, thanks for listening. Look forward to seeing you next time.